Hi guys, it's Victoria Garrick here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I will be sharing with you 5 tips for decorating your apartment for beginners. So if you're decorating an apartment for the first time, you're moving in somewhere new, you're finally going to find your style. I just went through that whole process and it was a lot. There was a lot going on. I made a lot of mistakes. There was a lot that I learned. So I thought I would just share 5 tips that I kind of wish I knew before I started it all. And don't worry, I've literally watched every apartment decor video on YouTube. So I'm kind of pulling together the 5 most important things. And of course, putting my little spin on it. Before we get started, I wanna give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Truebill. Truebill is an all-in-one financing app for busy people. And you guys, I'm not kidding you when I tell you that I was using Truebill on my phone. I have the app. See, the app. To budget, track my spending, view my subscription payments, all of that jazz. Truebill has been my savior as I've been kind of getting on top of my money and all that stuff. So the fact that they're sponsoring this video is so freaking cool because I love them. I know you guys will love them. So check out that link in my bio so that you can check out Truebill. Oh, and about that subscription thing, the average person thinks they spend around $80 a month total in their subscriptions, but they actually spend closer to $200 a month. And Truebill, once you sign up, actually shows you everything you've subscribed for. And so you can look through that list and be like, whoa, I don't use that anymore, I don't use that anymore, I don't use that anymore. That's what I did and I saved so much money. So if you're interested in learning how to manage your subscriptions, lower bills, monitor your credit score, and build your own savings all in one place, check out the link below, visit Truebill, they're awesome. Okay, now let's get started with tip number 1. Okay, this first tip I feel so passionate about. Get your mains first. AKA, don't buy too much before you get in there and really see the space and have the important stuff that you need to have. I know, it's exciting, you're moving into an apartment, you wanna decorate it, you already have a Pinterest board. I had a Pinterest board before I even signed a lease. So when I say get your mains first, I mean the couch, the coffee table, your bed frame, because those are the staple pieces that you want as your base, right? Those are your mains, and then you accessorize on top of it. Then you add the cute blanket, then you add the coffee table decor. I made the mistake of jumping the gun on a few things that I was so excited about. I was like, oh my God, this blanket basket, I love this blanket basket. I was in Target and I bought this brass blanket basket that was I don't know, $40. And I didn't even have a couch yet. So how do I even know where I'm gonna set this? I didn't have a TV stand. I was getting accessories. And then what happens is you finally get around to getting your mains, or those things finally arrive and you're like, oh, my accessories don't look good with this. And that's the key, you guys, they're accessories. Accessories are what you use to accessorize what's already there, right? You don't get the accessories and then build out. That's not right. I will say, yes, if you come across a very special, unique candle or something small like that and you're this is everything, this is such a special piece, I will find a place for it, that's fine, get that piece. But don't go ham getting accessories before you have a couch, before you have a coffee table, before you have a rug. Those 3 things, especially for a living room, you need those, and then you do everything on top. Take it from me, who had to return 4 rugs, 2 coffee tables, and it took me 6 months to get here. Okay, the second thing I wanna share with you, and I don't mean to be rude or a buzzkill or a dream killer, but I wish someone told me this. You are not Shay McGee. Now, who is Shay McGee? If you don't know Shay McGee, she's basically a decor icon. I mean, I'm obsessed with everything she touches when it comes to a home. She has that show on Netflix, Dream Home Makeover. Oh my gosh, it's so good. If you're in the stages of doing all this stuff, definitely watch Dream Home Makeover on Netflix because, oh, the places are so dreamy and it's such a fun watch. But what I will say is I watch those shows, or maybe it's not Shay McGee for you, it's Restoration Hardware or Lone Fox. You know, the YouTubers you watch who have great style, we like to think we're capable of that. And I don't know what you're capable of personally. I didn't think it was gonna be easy, but I had high expectations. I was I want my place to look like it could have been decorated by Shay McGee, or to look like it could be an Architectural Digest. I want my apartment that's on a budget and 2-bedroom, to look like it's an Architectural Digest. I mean, there we're already seeing that the expectations aren't right. So all I wanna say is this video was for beginners. So if you clicked on this, you're a beginner. So I just wanna tell you with some love, I wanna tell you with some comfort that you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna order some things that are ugly. Your mom's gonna come in and be like, that's hideous. And you're gonna feel a sharp pain in your chest. So I guess this second point, I just wanted to kind of bring you back down to earth and be like, you're gonna be good, you're gonna decorate a cute place, you're gonna get through this, but lower the expectations a little bit so that you're not super frustrated with yourself when it's not all coming together. Like, oh my gosh, this is the before picture of my living room. Literally so bad. This rug was hideous. I ordered this terrible coffee table. I mean, it was a mess. And then after like literally a month, I realized that this was all wrong. I was going for this boho vibe, and I'm not a boho vibe. I'm much more of a chic, trendy, simple. So I returned the rug, I got a new coffee table, got a new rug, and I just transformed the space. But I was really upset with myself. I was like so frustrated that I couldn't get it figured out and I couldn't do this and that right. But the reality is, like, I was a beginner. I didn't know what I was doing. If I did it a second time, I would know what I know now. You're gonna figure it out through trial and error. Be patient with yourself, be kind, accept the fact that you're gonna have to make returns. Decorating is hard, so just prepare yourself. Oh, and what's one tip to like maybe get better at these things? And this is what helped me. And by the way, you guys, when I talk about this, I'm not trying to come from a place of like, I'm an amazing decorator and like I'm giving you my tips. Not at all. I still feel like such a rookie, and I've only decorated one apartment in my entire life, so I don't know. But that's where like I think I have value, is because sometimes I think we watch these YouTube videos of people who do know everything and they are experts, and it's like they need to come down and like explain it on a very ABC beginner level. So that is what I'm here to do. But anyways, watching those channels can be very, very helpful. And actually here are 3 of my favorite channels. Lone Fox, I think it's Drew Tabor, obsessed with him. Arvin Olano, literally an icon, a walking, living, breathing icon, obsessed with him. And 3, Studio Mickey channel, love that channel. So those 3, and By Sophia Lee. Big shout out to By Sophia Lee. Her channel is like all for beginners, and she's super awesome and talks about budgeting and all this amazing stuff. So her channel is amazing, check that out. My third tip, and this one is so important, and this is why I'm so hyped that Truebill is sponsoring this video, is to make a budget and keep track of it. It can be so easy to buy $100 this, a $50 this. You think you went cheap on that, but so then you splurge on this, and you're not really keeping track of the cumulative total of your spending. And then you look at your receipts or your bank statement and you're like, oh my gosh, who did that? Was that me? Oh yes, it was me. So let's avoid that. How do we avoid that? Well, you can use an app like Truebill. Truebill is the one that I used. It was extremely helpful. In addition to Truebill, I had a Google Sheets spreadsheet for just apartment stuff that I wrote down. So Max and I shared a Google Sheets. We wrote down like living room, and then we wrote down everything we wanted to purchase for the living room. You write coffee table, rug, blankets, pillows, TV stand, decorations, art books, plants, so much stuff you can put. And then when we bought something for it, we would write it down. We would write down the amount. We would write where we got it from. We would write if we'd split it or if he bought it, if I bought it. And then we would be able to keep track of like how much we'd spent in total on the living room. I also recommend coming up with this beforehand. Like, what do you feel comfortable spending on your apartment, if anything? And then settle on that number so that when you go out into the world and you're looking and you're shopping, you're like, okay, I have to keep it here. This is where I'm comfortable. Or you're like, I have more room. Whatever it is, your personal situation, just get clear on that and then stick to that. And honestly, Truebill is extremely helpful because I know money can seem so overwhelming and there's so much going on. So really, really important, you guys, make a budget, stay on top of it. You will thank yourself. Lastly, shop the sales. Shop the sales. Our headboard I got on a Black Friday sale for $500-ish, maybe even less, like $475. It was like right around there. And it was down from 1,000 something. And I didn't even know it was that expensive. We were getting such a discount. So shop Black Friday, shop after the holidays, shop Memorial Day weekend sale, Labor Day, like any of those weekends, shop if you can, because it is just so stupid to spend full price when these things always go on sale. Literally, I went to the Pottery Barn website to link a blanket I have on sale and I bought it full price. Annoying. So shop the sales. Okay, tip number 4, and this is a very important one, is know the design hack. There are certain things that if you do them, it doesn't even matter if you have ugly colors, and bad patterns and you're mix matching things, it will still look at least proportionate, the scale will be right, and you are following like basic design criteria. So know the design hacks. And what are the design hacks? Well, I'm gonna give them to you right now because I've watched every single video and I can give you the important ones. 1, curtains totally elevate a room. If you can put curtains, just put them on the side. And the most important thing about curtains is you want them no further than like 3 to 3.5 inches from the ceiling. Why? Because this just like elongates the room and it makes everything look so much better. If you put the curtains right above like the window pane, I mean, you're losing so much room from the eye, if that makes sense. Secondly, use a rug scale guide to find out what rug size you need. This is so important. Having a rug that is too big or too small can just completely offset a room. So look it up. This is the one that I used. It's great. And then for my living room, if you actually remember in my before living room picture, the rug was ugly and it went like it encompassed the whole couch. When I got a new rug, I did like a floating style. So I got a smaller 8x10 and I floated it and it looks so much chicer. 3, for artwork, make sure the size of the artwork and the placement of the artwork is correct. Once again, there are like rules for these things. I followed the Studio McGee rules, which was basically art on the wall should be eye level. And then also you want the sizing of art to be proportionate to a couch or to the bed, you know, wherever the artwork is. You don't want like this huge piece of artwork in this tiny little table, and you also don't want this huge table and then this little tiny picture on it. The last tip I want to share was just in general, scaling and proportions. Just Google it. It's so easy to look up like how large should my coffee table be in proportion to my couch, because couches are all different sizes. You can't just order a coffee table because you like it if it's not the right size. And that was tough for me because I got a bigger couch, so most of the coffee tables on like the cute sites that everyone was getting were not big enough. So we had to wait to find a coffee table that looked good with our couch. Sizing and proportioning is really important, and there are experts online who give guidebooks for that. And of course, everyone might be a tiny bit different. Find someone who you like and look at what they say. And so for me, it was Studio McGee, and fortunately she has an amazing blog and all of this stuff, and so I consumed it all. And last but not least, tip number 5. And this one I feel passionately about. This is like the best, most important tip. Your place is your place. So please decorate it in a way that brings you joy and makes you happy. The thing about style is everyone's can be different. Like, I know I said there are guidebooks and there are rules for proportions and things, and I believe in that. However, in terms of colors, in terms of what the artwork is, in terms of how many plants you want or how much fruit, whatever it is, that is personal decision and it's up to you. And I think it's so important to feel confident in what you love. And if you look at something and you love it, get it. Even if your mom or your sister or your brother or someone in your life doesn't like it, just get it if you like it. I mean, my whole decorating journey, which you guys can actually go back and watch on my Instagram in my highlights, apartment 1 and apartment 2, you can see everything from scratch. It was a lot of pressure because I would post something and there's lots of people viewing that story, and I would get so many DMs being like, don't like it, not for me, this is horrible, blah, blah, blah. I think my mom told me, she goes, honey, not everyone has good taste. So every time someone messaged me and I didn't agree with it, I was like, maybe they just have bad taste because I like this, but maybe I have bad taste, who knows? That's the point, right? Is that everyone's style is different, and at the end of the day, please decorate your apartment in a way that makes you happy, brings you joy, not for others, not for Pinterest, not for Instagram. Like, this is the place that you're gonna live in, and I'm a big believer in that space, having an energy and setting and creating an environment that makes you feel happy, joyful, and like your best self. As you go through this process, please stay true to your heart. No matter what anyone says, if it brings you joy and it makes you happy, then yes, you should do it that way. Well, that's all that I have for today. Thank you so much for watching this quick video on tips for beginners decorating their apartment. I hope it was helpful for you. If you have not already checked out my full apartment tour, you can check it out. I did a video a few weeks ago and I'm super excited about it, so would love if you checked it out. And good luck on your journey. Wishing you the best. I'm sure your place is gonna be so freaking cute. Like, let's manifest, your place is gonna be so freaking cute. You gotta believe, right? And then eventually you'll be sitting in your living room like, my place is freaking cute. And I love that for you. Before you leave, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not already, and hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I have new YouTube videos every single Tuesday, so be sure to check out the rest of my channel. And also you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter if you want to stay connected throughout the week. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and I will see you guys back here on Thursday.